Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, I wanted to share with you guys my entire luxury fine jewelry collection. And about 1.5 years ago, I did do a similar video where I talked about my entire jewelry collection. I'll link that up here if you're interested. But for today's video, I wanted to focus specifically on the pieces that I own from brands like Cartier, Cleef Arpels, and other similar brands. And a lot of these pieces are a little bit newer to me since the last time I did a similar video. So even if you watched that one, there are some updates in this video. And a lot of people have asked me for reviews of these pieces and asked me which do I prefer between one and another. And throughout this video, I will link any dedicated reviews that I have on these pieces. But I hope that this video is kind of like a good overview of the pieces in my jewelry collection. And I will be talking about both the pros and the cons of every single piece. I'll go through at least one pro and one con. And that's not to say that I regret any of these purchases, but I don't think anything is perfect. So it's good to share both the good and the bad. So I hope you guys like this video. I hope it's helpful for those of you guys who are considering these pieces. And let's get into this video. Okay, so I'm going to go through everything in a kind of chronological order, starting with the item that I've owned for the longest up to the newest item in my collection. So the piece of jewelry that I've owned for the longest is this ring from Tiffany's. I believe this is called their Love Notes ring, and this is in sterling silver. And I wasn't sure if I wanted to include this in this video because I think people are split whether they think sterling silver is considered fine jewelry or not. But I looked online and it seems like it is, so I'm including it in this video. I actually wear this a ton, and I would definitely say that the cost per wear on this is really great. This was actually a gift from my now husband. This was probably one of the first pieces of jewelry he got me. He's since gotten me a lot more pieces of jewelry, but this is one of the first pieces that he got me. And this is just like a great simple ring to wear. You know, like if you like to stack different rings together or wear multiple rings on your hands, this is not something that is going to clash with the other pieces that you have on. One thing that I like to use this ring for is actually to put it on top of any rings that are a slight bit loose for me. I put this on top of it and it kind of prevents that ring from falling off. But unfortunately, it does tarnish like all sterling silver pieces. If you wear it often, it's not as likely to tarnish, but yeah, it does still tarnish over time, but that's pretty minor, I would say. Aside from that, I really do love this ring. And then the second piece that I wanted to talk about is this pendant from Tiffany's. This is their alphabet letter pendant, and I have it in rose gold, and it's the letter C, which is the initial of both my first name as well as my last name now. And this was once again a gift from my husband, and this is what the necklace looks like when it's on. And throughout this video, I will put every necklace on at its longest setting so you can get a sense of what it will look like when you're wearing it. So pros of this necklace, I have to be honest, I am not the biggest fan of things that are monogram, but since this is more like of an abstract type of monogram, you know, it's not just like a letter C and like Times New Roman font just sitting on your neck. I actually really like it. I like how it's a little bit more unique. Unfortunately, I don't think that every single letter looks good in this line of monogram necklaces. For example, a lot of the letters like H and K, anything that has sort of like a stem to it, I don't think they look that great. So yeah, this is the first necklace that my husband got for me, and the second out of 3 Tiffany pieces that I own. And the third Tiffany's piece that I own is another necklace. This one is from their Diamonds by the Yard range. So it's just a very simple diamond with like a bezel around it, and it's just attached on a thin chain. So they offer this necklace at many different sizes. This specific diamond that I have is 0.39 carats. So this necklace, I actually had Tiffany shorten it when I first purchased it because I wanted it to sit a little bit higher up on my neck so I could layer it with a bunch of different necklaces. And I believe the length of this necklace is now 14.5 inches. So as I mentioned, this is a great layering piece. It goes with everything. All the other necklaces in my collection, I've definitely layered with this necklace at one time or another. It's just so dainty and it adds a little bit of sparkle but doesn't really overtake anything else that you have on. And I don't really mind mixing metals, so even though this is in platinum and I have pieces in yellow gold and rose gold, I can still wear all of them together. But the thing is, this is very expensive for such a small diamond. I think it was close to $5,000 when I bought it, probably around 5 years ago at this point. So I'm sure the price has gone up on this since then. And this is a very simple design and you can definitely find it at so many other places for much cheaper than this, and maybe even get like a better quality diamond. So yeah, that is a con of this. And oh yeah, I do want to mention that for both of these necklaces from Tiffany's that I have, they're not adjustable in length. So for the other brands, like for example, my Van Cleef Arpels necklace and the ones that I own from Dior, there are different hoops on the necklaces. So you can make it shorter or longer as you style it with different necklaces. But these only have one length. So do keep that in mind. That is why I decided to permanently shorten this necklace. And also the clasp on the ends of these Tiffany's necklaces, they're not the greatest quality, I have to say. They look kind of very plain and boring and even borderline cheap. I expect a little bit more from Tiffany's, but the clasp is just at the back of the necklace. You don't see it. And yeah, it's kind of a minor thing, but I just wanted to mention it anyways. And then after that, I wanted to talk about the two bracelets that I own. So let me take off one of them first while I talk about the other one. So these were actually kind of like bought at the same time, gifted to me at the same time. So I wanted to first talk about the love bracelet that I have. This is in white gold and it's the small love bracelet. So this was a gift from my in-laws to me on my wedding day, along with the next bracelet that I'm going to show you guys. And this, I feel like I see it so often on social media. If you use social media, then you probably think this bracelet is everywhere at this point. And actually, even people that I know who are not big on social media, they also have this bracelet. In that sense, it's not really unique anymore. If you're looking for something that is unique, that's kind of like a con of this bracelet. However, it is a very nice bangle. It's very easy to put on, even compared to other bangles that is not the regular size love bracelet. I still find this easier to put on than the other ones. And yeah, it's just also a really great layering piece. But I do have to say that I do like my Justin Cleef bracelet more. A lot of people also ask me which of these two I would get if I could only have one. And I have to say that I would get the Justin Cleef one over the love bracelet, especially the one with the diamonds on the two ends of the Justin Cleef bracelet. That is the one that I would pick. So my Justin Cleef bracelet is in pink gold, rose gold. I'm not sure which of those two that they call it. However, the color has kind of changed over time. So it looks more yellow than it was when I first got it. It kind of resembles more my yellow gold jewelry than my rose gold jewelry now. So that is a con of this. I think you are able to get it redipped so it would look a little bit more rose gold if you do that. But I haven't had the chance to visit Cartier to inquire about that. And a lot of people also ask me if this gets caught in sweaters or, anything that's like a looser knit. And I haven't really had that issue. I'm not sure if it's due to how I wear this bracelet. So yeah, once again, this is how I have the two bracelets stacked. So I don't know if this makes a difference, but I just wanted to show this to you guys. And yeah, like I mentioned, if I could only have one, I would have to just include over the love bracelet because it has just that hint of edginess that I like, but it still fits with my general style. And also I do get a lot of compliments on this bracelet, so I do think it is the better of the two. And after that, let's see, I have two necklaces that I also basically got at the same time. So let me talk about my first Rose d'Avance necklace first. So this is with the pink opal and it's also in rose gold. So this is the bigger motif that Dior offers. So I really love this line of fine jewelry from Dior. I actually own a second necklace from this line of jewelry now. And I really love this design. It also is reversible, but I don't really wear it on the opposite side. The other side just has like a circular piece of stone, so you don't get this 8-point star design. I prefer to wear it on the kind of like front side, I guess, because I do like the added diamond on it and the 8-point star design. However, I will say that I do wish I got this in a different color combination. I feel like the pink opal and the rose gold just kind of blend together. I wish that there was like a little bit more contrast so you can see the color of the stone peeking out from the 8-point star design a bit more. And when I picked my second Rose d'Avance necklace, I actually chose the stone so that it would have much more contrast against the metal on the necklace. So anyways, I'll show that in a little bit, but the necklace that I got at the same exact time as this one is from Van Cleef Arpels. This is their Sweet Alhambra pendant necklace, and it's in yellow gold with the mother of pearl stone in the center. And oh my gosh, I absolutely love the sheen on this mother of pearl. It is so pretty and it really grabs your attention, more so than even a diamond would in ways. And this necklace is probably one of my favorites for that reason. Whenever I have this necklace on in my videos and then I go to edit those videos, I'm always staring at the necklace because it's just shining nonstop and you really can't help but look at it. So I really love this and I highly recommend it. I'm actually one of maybe like the few people who prefer the sweet size to the vintage size. I kind of feel like my perfect size would be something in between the two, but if it's between these two options, I definitely do prefer the sweet size. If you love dainty jewelry, then this is definitely the way to go. So moving along from the necklaces for a little bit, the next piece of jewelry that I have is from Chanel. It is their Coco Crush ring. So this one is in the mini size, and this is in their beige gold, which is kind of like their version of rose gold, I believe. So it's kind of right in between those two colors. It's not really pink and it's not really yellow either. I would say is like a true beige kind of color, and I think it looks really nice on my skin tone. And I love how the quilted design on this ring is like a subtle nod to the quilting on their bags, and it's just a little bit more unique than, for example, the love rings. There was a point in time in the past where I wanted one of those rings, but that didn't really last because, yeah, as I mentioned, you do kind of feel like you see it everywhere. So I like how this is a little bit more unique. And the cuts that form the quilting design on this kind of shines in a way, so I think that is really pretty. However, I will say that unless you're up close, you don't really see the quilts that clearly on this ring. I think if you get one of the bigger sizes of these rings, so I think they have 2 or maybe 3 bigger rings than this. This is the smallest one. Like I mentioned, it's the mini version. If you get the bigger ones, then the quilts are a little bit bigger, wider, and it almost looks a little bit puffier too. But this still looks really great, and I do intend on getting another one to layer. I think this might look better when it's layered rather than having one on its own. This still looks really nice too, but I think I would prefer it to be layered. So yeah, I do intend on getting an extra one to add to this kind of ring stack. And then the last piece of jewelry I wanted to talk about is actually one that is quite new to me. It is another Rose d'Avance necklace from Dior. And this is what it looks like. And I can never get those two diamonds on the side to lay on the same side. So anyways, that is obviously a con to this necklace. Even now when I have it on, I'm not sure if the diamonds are facing the proper way. But even when it's flipped over, I still think it looks pretty nice. So this one is their smaller motif. It's like the extra small version. And it's in an onyx stone in rose gold again. And as I mentioned, there's the two little diamonds on either side of the onyx motif. So this is definitely much more of a contrast between the metal and the stone compared to the pink opal one that I showed you guys a few pieces back. And this one is a little bit longer of a necklace too, which I actually really like, because when you're layering necklaces, sometimes all these brands do like the same type of, I believe, 16 or 18-inch length chain. So all of those, you know, kind of end up at the same spot. But this one is actually a longer chain. So if I just put on the other Rose d'Avance necklace that I have, as you can see, it is a little bit longer, so it helps with layering necklaces a lot better. But when I do wear this necklace alone, I prefer it to be a little bit shorter, and it's great that you do have two extra adjustments, so you can make it shorter as you would like to. So anyways, this is all of the luxury fine jewelry pieces in my jewelry collection, and I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please do give this video a thumbs up and let me know in the comments down below which pieces you like the most in my collection. Do we have any of the same pieces, and what do you have in your jewelry collection? And if you haven't already subscribed to my channel, please do consider subscribing for lots more content on luxury and fashion in the future. And I'll leave 2 videos on the screen for you to watch next. So I'll see you very soon. Bye for now.